My pettiness is unrivaled. I found tweets of him admitting to being a Raiders fan in 2018 and just linked them.
Jesus.
He said nobody told him we were starting. It's like, bro, I was just yelling before you.
How do I do it? I have to move this.
Yeah, you gotta move it with your hands.
Yeah.
Don't be fucking rude.
If you use your hands.
You good?
Are you good?
Yeah?
See, the cool thing is we have opposable thumbs, right? So, like, we can grab stuff.
Guys, I didn't know if it was like latched or something. I don't know how this shit works.
We're one of like 2 species that has them, you know.
That's fair.
Raccoons have them. That's pretty cool, right?
They're so cute.
Dude.
If I could have a pet raccoon, I would.
I killed one with a golf club.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Bruh.
Dude, they get in my trash can and they spread my trash across
That's
the
why
fucking
they're called
yard.
trash pandas. How about instead of murdering an animal, you just lock your garbage can?
Okay, listen.
How about they stay the fuck
I was
out
putting
of my
like
That's
yard?
not the way that works.
Get on my porch!
I was putting like a 25-pound like bag of sand on top of my trash can so they wouldn't get in it. They were moving that shit off as a unit. Like as a unit.
They operate as a family.
I know, they do.
Nothing stronger than a family.
Yeah. Besides the tree that Paul Walker crashed into. Hey, I got another Paul Walker joke for you, Speck.
Yeah.
Did you know that he had dandruff?
No.
Yeah, they found his head and shoulders in the glove box.
Why are you keeping that shit in a glove box?
That's a good one. Holy shit, that's
My
morbid.
brother gets so uncomfortable with those, dude.
Why would he put that in a glove box?
I don't know, dude. Maybe it was bad. He saw his luscious hair.
I guess.
Said, don't worry about it, cuh. That's like,
Brittany's like, what did we walk in? What did I walk into?
Oh, was it drugs?
What?
What? I'm so confused.
Okay, so he got into a really bad car
Well,
accident.
that I
and
know.
died.
That's how he died.
Yeah, his head
Oh,
and
okay,
shoulders
got
were
it.
in
Got
the
it. Got
back.
it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Took me a moment, but I got it. Guys, I haven't had caffeine today. So
You know, I really
I'll
thought
work
when
on
we
that.
replaced Edgar with her this week that we could at least try to not explain as much stuff.
I'm
but
fucking hilarious. I don't know what to tell you.
that's not what I said.
I'm just slow.
Yeah. That's literally what I just said.
Yeah, but like I said, I just woke up and
We are
I
on
haven't
the
had
same
any
page
coffee.
here.
Well, see, because that's where my brain went at first. And then I don't know why my brain completely blocked out the head and shoulders part. Like, completely just like, it didn't
Dandruff
happen.
shampoo, yeah.
And so you were like, he has dandruff. And then, yeah, they found it in his glove box. And so I was like, oh, wait, so was it drugs? Like, I didn't know. But then you restated it. And
Yeah. Now you got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
So now we know where Brittany keeps her drugs.
Yep.
Thanks for telling the world.
If I could fit something in my glove
Speck
box that
wearing a
isn't already in
Raiders
there,
jersey
that'd be
right
a miracle.
Yeah,
No,
you
this
don't
is-
have room for
This
anything
is
in your
my
car.
I'm a little
high
hoarder.
school. This is my football jersey in
Oh,
high
dude,
school.
they got some silver and black on there.
Yeah.
I was just saying.
No, this was my high school jersey.
Oh, okay.
That's what I wore.
I'm just
I was the
asking.
fullback.
I'm just asking. So Speck found out exactly how much I hold back every day on Twitter.
I was having a fucking blast.
Me too.
Can't believe. I don't know.
Bro, you held a few L's yesterday.
No, dude, I have never taken an L. Ever.
Ever?
No, actually, right now I'm playing Madden in my room and I'm getting Lamar Jackson's busting my ass, so that's gonna be an L. But not so far in my life, never an L.
I was gonna say birth, but
No, yeah, if I could take that one back, yeah, that'd be sweet.
If you could take back being birthed.
Yeah,
how would you prefer to come into the world? Like as a
just
clone?
not at all.
Oh no, that's
morbid.
www.talkspace.com.
Yeah, so no, Jeremy was trying to.
Sponsored by BetterHelp.
Jeremy was tagging
We're
a bunch
not.
of Buccaneers fan pages yesterday, telling them
I may have done that.
telling them that I was a Raiders fan, which doesn't make sense at all. Like, he photoshopped a picture of me wearing a Raiders t-shirt
There's
in a family picture where he at least has to have it make sense. Like, why would he not Photoshop the rest of the family also wearing Raiders t-shirts? Everybody else was still wearing the Bucs jersey, but he threw a Raiders shirt on me. So that was weird.
I linked a tweet of somebody asking you who you're a fan of in 2018, and your response was Raiders.
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
Oh, okay. You got hacked. You got hacked.
And
yeah,
if he was gonna be smart about it, he would choose a team that I did jump ship from, because I was born and raised in Nashville. I've been a Titans fan until pretty much 2 years ago.
Yikes.
So I've always been a Titans fan, and Jeremy was too until a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But when Vrabel started coaching, we were like, "Fuck that! Too many Patriots ties."
My favorite Titans moment was, or my favorite Titans player.
Chris Johnson.
Eddie
No,
George.
fucking Steve McNair's wife, dude.
Wow.
She didn't play for the Titans.
She played with the
Teen
Titans.
I mean, that's pretty hard.
All right, I'm gonna have to take that one back. That was also pretty morbid.
Fuck.
Josh just got it. Brittany, she killed him. Actually killed him.
Wait, she murdered him?
Yes.
Wait,
That bitch is hard.
wait,
I
what?
want to know her.
Well, I mean,
Is she in prison?
Oh yeah.
Well,
she's
I
in
mean,
some
yeah, I would
correctional
assume so.
facility somewhere.
I've been having so many murder dreams lately. I had one last night about my stepsister who I haven't seen in forever. And she just snapped and murdered a bunch of people, and then I had to help her cover them up.
How did you do that?
We pulled up, we were in some must have been in an up north house. Fuck you guys. We must have been in a house up north, because there was a basement, and you can't really have one of those here. But we just pulled up all the floorboards and put all the bodies in the floorboards, and then covered them with what is that, lye? Right?
Yeah.
And then lye.
Lie.
Well, don't you got to put lime on them too?
Lie.
No, lye.
It's lie.
I mean, you want to have them seasoned,
Just a bunch of
right?
fucking limes.
I mean, I would probably put it would help with the smell.
Yeah, I was gonna say
lime
that.
would,
It's gonna
but
get
no, it's lime.
stinky.
Like the powder stuff.
Yeah.
And then we put all the floorboards back.
I forgive you for the
She got
distinction
caught.
there.
And I also got caught because I helped her hide them. But okay, real life question. You walk in on a family member and they have snapped and murdered everyone in the household. I'm talking, this was my dream, bodies everywhere. And you walk in, and instead of them being you're next, motherfucker, they were help me hide them. Would you say no in that moment? I think I might be whatever you say,
Okay,
bro.
so this
I'm
is
not
actually
dying.
a super interesting topic. Would I say no? I'd probably help, and then I'd probably be we got away with that, and then I'd probably turn him in immediately afterwards.
That's okay.
Look,
That's
this
fair.
is what I did, and I did it to avoid getting killed myself. But go get this motherfucker.
But they all dead. Well, okay, exactly. So that was
I'm not
my
going to
position
jail
in my dream.
for anybody else's poor decisions.
Yeah, no.
I'll go to jail for my poor decisions, but I'm not going for anybody else's. So let me ask you this: if you do if that ever happens, IRL, can I sell your stuff?
Why the fuck did you say IRL, first of all? LOL. Can you sell my stuff?
Yeah.
If I had to go to jail?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we would sell everything.
Okay.
Can I have your
Bro.
car?
You're up. I'm putting you on one of those on that list, motherfucker. I'm gonna be yo, if you're gonna get somebody else, get this one.
Be a
Well,
team
what
player.
if I have what if I have a will? You don't
I was
know.
gonna say, can you make a will?
Maybe my
you have
beauty
a will?
fridge
If
goes
I go to prison,
All right,
I don't
listen.
know. Kira, you get my beauty fridge.
A will is a living will, right? So you'd have to die
Well,
for
no.
that to be in effect.
She can make
fair
a prison
fucking
will
point.
too.
I
Yeah.
can. That's the thing.
I just made it up just
Well,
now.
now I am. I'm making a prison will, and
Prison will.
if I go to prison, but it's only for life. If I don't go for life, then
You telling
I'm
me
gonna
you're gonna want
Well,
all
then
of
loan
it?
I
my
can borrow
stuff.
your car until you get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'll loan things out.
So
Okay.
you're gonna
Don't fuck me over though.
So you're telling me that all the shit you have now, you're gonna want 30 years from now.
Yeah, doubt it.
I think you're being selfish. That's why.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
I think I'm a hoarder and I'm afraid to
She
get rid of
is.
anything
She
at
is a
all
hoarder.
times.
You think?
Fuck you. I really I have a severe inability to detach from anything.
I know, I've seen your garage.
To be fair, I cleaned it up a little bit. And it's not all mine. There's also a massive part of the garage that's all empty fucking boxes that need to be thrown out.
How many
from when
times
we
have you
moved.
moved in your in your adult life? I know you've moved a lot.
Fuck, man, yeah.
I know I've moved a lot.
When you're
I've moved with you a lot.
Yeah.
I think like 5 times, 6 times.
That's it?
Let me see.
The only thing I really have moved from is like, because
No,
I
like
lived
like living places. Like,
well, I mean, like I had to move to and from college, and so I moved different apartments
Okay,
each
so
year
that's
and stuff
2.
like that.
how many times? But total, like, how many different places have you lived?
But does different places in college count?
Yes.
So
How many times have you moved?
3, 4, 5, 6.
That's it? Counting
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, so this would have been 6. Because I lived in the same house from.
I'm in the
sixth
ballpark
grade.
of like 10 to 15. I'd say that's the same.
I was
number.
about to say,
Fucking
dude,
Christ.
whenever we have these conversations with people, it makes me realize how bad of degenerates we are. Were. Yeah. Like,
That does not sound
I'm
fun at
thinking
all.
maybe like 16 or 17.
Jesus, why? Are you a nomad? Like, what are you doing?
Been evicted a few times.
We've been evicted a few times, yeah.
Been,
Fucking
like,
yikes, bro.
Dude, we got evicted by my stepdad. You know how fucked you gotta be to get evicted by a family member?
listen,
We had this fucking wall because we lived in a trailer park, right? At one point. Man. And we had I
don't
know
remember much of it.
Man, dude, that was probably peak just fucking reckless fucking bullshit. Maybe. It was just, we were drunk like fucking 5 days a week.
At least.
Yeah, I was what, 19?
Yeah.
I think you were like 22.
Yeah.
Fucking Josh was 21. And all 3 of us living in the same household. So that's automatically a problem.
Yep.
And then there was, I don't know what possessed it to happen, but there was just this one day where somebody yelled rage, and next thing you know, somebody punched a fucking wall, and there was a fat hole in the drywall. And then that just kind of became a thing to where we had to cover an entire wall with boxes of beer, leftover boxes of beer. So we had a whole wall of just beer logos.
Yeah.
You had to do that, or you were
unless-
children and thought that was cool?
Children and thought it was cool.
Okay, because
Yeah. No,
I was
100%.
gonna say, because typically like that age range of boys thinks like alcohol as decorations is like the shit, and so
No,
they
that
like
was us. No,
Yeah.
that was us. That's
I
fair.
mean, there were definitely a bunch of holes in there, and we couldn't afford to replace the drywall.
But he does, like, there's layers to
They
this.
were
okay?
multi-purpose.
We're
They
complicated.
were multi-purpose
We're complicated
decorations.
people. Okay, we're not. We're,
Jeremy put his brother's entire body through the wall.
Yep.
Like,
unreal.
and we got evicted. We were there
Yeah, we got
for maybe 5 months.
About 7 months.
Yeah, it was not long. It was not long.
We moved in the end of November of 1 year, and we were out by August.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I've never been evicted.
I've
Never in my life.
Now let's
I'm
play.
a good little bean.
Let's play a fun game. How many times have you been evicted?
And I chose to live with this man. I'm a little worried for my safety.
I haven't been evicted since I stopped being an alcoholic, so that's always good.
Well, that's good. I think.
I mean, that's really just how it's really how it is. It's amazing what happens when you don't drink a 30 rack or a 5th every single day of the week.
Yeah,
That's what we were doing. That's what we were doing.
You're just too hungover to go to work half the time.
No, that's fucking hardcore.
Yeah, bro, it was rough. It was a rough time.
We did have some good times though. There were some good times.
From what I remember, yes.
Does not sound fun.
You know,
That sounds like a blast.
because there were those days where I remember there were some days where we would wake up. It'd be like 10 o'clock. We'd wake up. We'd like go get breakfast somewhere, and then we'd come home, and all 3 of us as a unit would play Bad Company 2 for like 14 hours straight.
Yeah.
And that's goated. That game is goated. That's
Yeah, I
a
know.
very great game.
I was actually thinking about that the other day. So, like, Call of Duty comes out with a game every year. Like, every year. Like clockwork. Battlefield fans have been screaming since 2006 that they want Battlefield Bad Company 3, and they haven't made it happen.
Yeah,
like,
like,
Call of
what the
Duty
fuck?
would never drop the ball like that. Like, they would be on Bad Company 19 by now.
What I wonder is if there's like a sub creator for that game besides EA that's no longer like willing to do anything.
EA and DICE, yeah. I don't know.
What I really want is I want a new Fallout that isn't an online play. Whatever the
Why?
fuck you want to call it. I don't
Because she doesn't have Xbox Live.
Well, I don't have Xbox Live, but like I don't know if I'm like the one person who like have you ever like looked at the stuff like I don't know, there's always like a fucking TikTok about it or like a Twitter and it's just like super fucking normal things that give you like anxiety or make you feel embarrassed for no fucking reason.
I don't really get embarrassed, but yeah.
Well,
I've seen
that
them.
sounds like
seen
an
them.
issue, but
It is. No, it is. I don't. That's why I thrive in awkward situations. Like I just don't feel
But
it.
like there's like one of them that's always on the list is like when your gas pump tells you to go see the cashier and you get like immediately embarrassed and you're like fuck that, no, like I'm not doing it. Or just like stupid shit like that. Well, one of my like super normal things that makes me like anxious and embarrassed is like online gameplay in video games. Like I don't like doing it. Like I don't like people knowing that I'm playing. Like I don't like and it's not like I have a problem being like, yeah, like I like to play video games, but like I don't want to be online with anybody. I don't want anyone to see me running around or like shooting. I just don't want it. And so when Fallout 76 came out, I was super, super excited, and I got like the pack because I got my Xbox at the same time that it came out. So they like came together, and it's just been sitting there waiting patiently for me to play because I'm like, nope, it's online. I would just like another solo play. Like,
But what if it's really good?
it probably is, but like, I don't want to hang out with Brad, Chad, and Thomas while they all are like, yeah, fuck him up, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit back here and
You
fight
do know
the
that
super
while you're
mutant by
online, you
myself.
can also use your own private server and not play with anybody, right?
You can. I have had my Xbox for like 2 years now, and I'm a little upset.
Like, just because it has to be online doesn't mean you have to. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
On this episode of Brittany's a fucking dumbass. I've avoided that game like the plague, and I love Fallout so much. I've played Fallout 3 like over and over and over again.
I mean, it's like the best game ever made. So yeah,
Facts.
it's
So
hard to
fucking
argue
good.
with.
And it's
Fallout 3 was game of the year, right?
Oh yeah,
and it's
So was 4.
yeah.
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 Fallout 3 and 4. I've played immensely. But like I like love it. I like cuz you go back and you play and then you just like fucking play a different way and it's a whole new game and I'm like,
So
look at this fucking magic.
is it because you're scared of shame?
No. I just like
Because
okay, so it's the same concept. Like I do the same thing on my Switch, which this is
Speck
gonna
can
sound
give you
super
tips.
corny.
Like Speck has no shame.
0.
No.
Fair.
He can give you tips. Like
It's not
like
shame,
here's what you got to
though.
do to avoid feeling this way about
No, because like
losing in Madden or something.
it's
Like-
almost more so like because even like I have like Animal Crossing and I won't do online play in Animal Crossing because you can like go to like real people's islands and stuff, which just sounds super corny, but whatever. But I won't do it because like it's almost like when I play video games, like I'm engaging in me time and I just like literally don't want anyone else involved, whether I know them in person or like they're fake people out in the world. Like I just don't want you involved. So, like this is my time. I'm in my zone and I'm playing my game. Don't fucking come up here and ruin it. Especially when it's like I feel like anything that's like a war, shooting, whatever, you always have fucking men who are like, you're a pussy bitch. I fucked your mom last week, you fucking bitch. Like there's always somebody doing something stupid. So
I don't know if anybody's saying that in Animal Crossing, but you sound fucking selfish right now.
Not Animal Crossing in Fallout because I literally specifically said shooting like war games.
How do you know that that's what happens in Fallout if you never fucking done it?
Because I mean, I've played Call of Duty live enough to like be like, yeah, no, I just don't
Call
want
of
to.
Duty's a
Call of
little
Duty in
different.
like 2014 was
that's
toxic.
fair.
Yeah, Call of Duty's in its own realm as far as that goes.
That's legitimately 12-year-olds just wilding because their
dropping,
parents
And
aren't
that's so
home.
fair.
dropping N
Dropping
bombs.
hard bars.
Oh my God.
a lot of people, especially with the way the community is right now and how the world is, 99% of people out there could not have handled lobbies in 2014.
Not even like, dude, 2000.
2010
The amount
to
of people that get
2014.
canceled.
Like
Modern
Call of
Warfare-
Duty 4.
Modern Warfare 2 was what, 2009? 2008? Something like that?
2009.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was still in high school.
Bro, that shit.
That was great. That was woo,
dude. That shit gets my adrenaline going thinking about it. Like how much? Like oh my god.
I'm the opposite of that. If I go into a lobby nowadays with the headset on, I'm just fucking with people in like a goofy way. I don't tell them I'm fucking their wife. Like I'm telling them that, you know,
I just ask
guys
questions.
help out. My dick's falling off. Like if you guys don't help me.
I just like
bro. I'm always finding the little kid that shouldn't be in the game and asking him if his father touches him inappropriately.
Well, we're a different
That's
breed.
how he got his points to play the game today. How many pee-pee touches did your dad make you do in order to play today?
Well, listen, that can be.
That's traumatic. Jesus fucking! Imagine like a kid being like, "Oh, 4."
That's when you call the cops. That's being a good citizen is what he's doing.
I don't know if like unlocking like trauma is like considered being a good
Bro, do you remember that
citizen.
time where the father actually got on the headset and started cussing us out?
Yep. Yes, I do.
Yeah, if you never got someone's parents on the headset for just whatever you're saying to their kid, then you didn't do it right.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like everybody's had a couple of those moments where their parents got on the mic like, fuck you. What
But
are you
like
doing?
real talk though, like if you're a parent, why the fuck are you letting your kid play on that if you're not willing to let your kid take shit from other people?
Right.
Because you know your kid's running their fucking mouth
Because they don't
when you're
know
not
what's
looking.
going on. Their kid's just like,
If
Yeah,
you-
talk
I
about
need this. I want to do
disconnected
if
this.
you haven't played
Fucking bitch.
multiplayer shooter games with my brother while he's drunk, you haven't lived.
Yeah, that's a little.
I don't think I ever want to experience that.
Dude,
I think that sounds amazing.
I'm just gonna let the audience know right now I'm bleeping this out. I like expect it. It's not.
I want the
I'm gonna
colored,
tweet
like,
out
little
It's not a
exactly what
racial
she said.
thing, so don't jump to
Hey,
conclusions.
make sure
But-
when it happens, you put up like one of those TV signs where due to technical difficulties we will be back soon.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
will.
to tweet out
So-
this direct quote.
So we go. No, even you won't tweet this out. So
We'll see.
dude, we were playing Warzone. My brother hated Warzone. Said it was the sweatiest, thirstiest game he's ever played. It's absolutely terrible.
Sounds like him as a person.
So he just cheated.
Sorry, Jake.
And so he just cheated, right? And pissed everybody off. So he goes off cheating the entire time, blatantly, mind you. And some kid hops on. Me and him are talking because he was in Connecticut at the time. I was here, so we were playing like legit online. And we were talking to each other, and this little kid comes on and goes, "Why does your mic sound like that?" Brother goes, "It's like 1:30 in the morning." Brother goes, "Why are you still up, you fucking little?" I was like, didn't miss a beat, dude. I was like, yo, the entire lobby just started laughing like, Jesus, man. Like,
Jesus
with you?
fucking Christ.
What was that
and he was
texting app?
absolutely
Kick.
hammered.
Okay. He literally just tweeted it out word for word.
Probably shouldn't.
Oh, it's fucking sent.
Probably shouldn't.
And tag Jake and everything.
Yeah, that would
To be fair, he did not use the word. He just typed out kick.
No, you'll understand when you see the tweet.
Oh, fucking God.
What is it?
Panics.
What is it?
Jesus.
Let me see.
Here, I'll find it.
He said, Jeremy just said that Jake playing Xbox told the 12-year-old kid to send nudes via Kick.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep. So that was bad, but it's entertaining. So you're scared. You're scared of playing online. That's interesting.
He responded, "You were the 12-year-old."
You were the 12-year-old.
Quoting it, sent my shrimp meat. So let me get ahead of it while we can. So last week's pod didn't come out because Jeremy had a really bad take, and he said that Michael Mann was a really good movie director. And then he came back on it and he was like, yeah, I can't let people know that I really think that because that shit's terrible. So I'm not releasing it.
It's my pinned tweet False. No.
Immediately, bam.
Like
He said Heat was the worst movie of all time. Ollie's the only good thing he's ever done.
Ollie was great.
Ollie was really
I mean, I agree with you.
Ollie was great.
But he said he's too embarrassed to put that pod out now because he said
No,
that.
we're just that shit was ass. I'm not. Yeah. So sorry. Kira was really upset.
Yeah.
Well, now to make up for it, Kira, in my prison will, you get my beauty fridge. So
She gets to hear Brittany talk about not knowing how online gaming works.
I know how online. Fuck you guys, honestly. Bitch, shut up.
I haven't had a haircut in 5 months.
sick. It's very obvious.
I know. I'm boycotting, dude. Raise price is $15. Fuck you. I'm not paying $40 for a haircut. Suck my dick.
Do you go to Supercuts?
No.
Oh.
Sandra charging $40 now?
Yes.
Damn.
I don't
I am
care,
not
bro.
doing
I
it.
miss Sandra haircuts, bro.
I
I pay
will-
40 for a haircut from her right now.
I will too. Twice a year. Like, twice a year. Here's the
Yo.
thing. No. Here's the thing. I tip extremely well.
Not
So if
now.
I'm paying 40 and I'm tipping well,
You know,
I'm being
this
honest,
is,
I paid $78 for my last haircut.
yeah.
it was a good haircut, though, I gotta say. That was a
haircut
great
was
haircut.
I mean,
$6.
listen, where I go, that's with tip. I get free beer while I'm there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And Sports Center's on right in front of my fucking face.
Yeah.
While I get
He
my
said,
haircut.
where I go. He's been there one time.
Well,
That was his first
That's where
time.
he goes now.
That's where I go.
That's his spot.
where I go.
But let's talk
That's where
about
I
the
go.
real problem, because fuck you guys. If I had to pay $40 to get my hair done, do you know how fucking thrilled I would be? If I had to pay $100 to get my hair done, do you know how thrilled I would fucking be?
I'll go grab a pair of scissors for $5 right now.
My last haircut was $350.
Yeah, because
Here's my issue.
Once again,
here's my issue with what you
You
just
can't be mad at us. That's women charging women.
Yeah.
You need to consult the
Yeah, talk to your people.
It's a fucking
Talk to your
industry
people.
problem.
It's not
Bro.
an industry problem. It's a woman problem.
But it's the industry. Women's haircuts are fucking expensive for no fucking reason. And now typically, like, just if you're just getting a haircut, they're not that much. But like you go, like most women, I would say 85% of women, you get a cut, color, you're like getting a blowout, style, like all of that
Yeah.
good stuff.
You just
Fucking-
named like 7
Unnecessarily
processes.
fucking extra. That
But
sounds like.
that is like for most women, that's what it looks like to go
See-
get your hair done.
So just
See,
go
this
get
is
your
what
haircut.
happens when a woman goes
Are
and gets a
you
haircut.
can't.
Because it's the same way if Brittany were to. This is
can't?
why she makes.
If I get my hair cut right now, do you know, like I would still look shitty because then I still got all my fucking
right.
shit is all
So the issue
rocked.
with what you just said is I'm supposed to feel bad for you being a woman.
No.
I don't.
Again, fuck you guys.
I wouldn't
that
want
you
to
guys,
be a woman. I
You guys
understand
are
you guys
so
have it
lucky
difficult,
to like not
but I
have
still
to
hate
deal
you.
with that. I feel like it's
No.
the same concept. I feel like it's like the haircut version of the fact that fucking shorts are just as much as jeans for less material, and it stresses me out.
No, you want to know what the same concept is?
And I don't know
Shave
how.
your head and
It's
wear wigs.
women being fucking
I've thought
dumb.
about it. I've thought about it because I thought if I shaved my head and I went bald, then I would let
not
my hair grow
obese.
back and it would like be like healthy again. But the problem is I don't
You're
have
not
the
patient.
confidence in myself to learn how to put on a wig appropriately and like have it look good. I think I would look like a bitch with a wig on. Like I wouldn't look like, you know, like girls put wigs on and you're like, oh, her hair's so pretty. Like no, I would look like a Halloween costume all year round, and that just does not sound cute to me. So, but anyway,
And
that's what I'm angry about today.
You're preaching to the wrong choir here because I don't feel bad. I'm sorry.
I feel so bad. I feel bad for myself and for all of the other women out there. Because it's horse shit. And if I could figure out how to cut my own hair, I would, but I'm very afraid to try. I've
Yeah, I
seen
did that
too
for a
many.
while.
Huh?
I did that for
I
a
mean,
while.
it's-
Wasn't bad.
To
I
me,
feel
it
like
doesn't
it's
sound
easier
like
for
horse
women.
shit completely because there's like 7-8 processes in it. And like you're at the fucking...
How much was it when you got your hair bleached and cut that one time?
Well, I know him.
Regardless, okay, what are his prices if you didn't know him?
Probably like $150.
Okay, so again, for a woman to get the same process done, it's going to be probably over $300.
Cut and
That's
bleach.
insane.
You
To
named
get
7
cut-
other things.
Well, okay, so when you get your hair washed at, like as a man, do they dry your hair off
No.
before they style it? Or do they style you wet?
Wow, who gets styled wet?
Okay, exactly. So they have to give you a blowout because they have to dry your fucking hair. They cut and they give you color. You're still paying $300 and something.
Here we go. If I have to mow a lawn that's 1/4 of an acre and I have to mow a lawn that is 5 acres, I do not charge the same price.
Yes. Agreed.
Yes.
But the fact
That's actually a really good analogy.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
But regardless, the other thing is
I'm awake!
you're a bitch.
Do
But
you want to play today?
play what?
You trying me.
What? Where is he?
Hey, you're potty. Don't worry about the cat.
Well, he was meowing. I want to make sure he was safe. I can't help it. Hi.
Oh,
You need to come say hi to everyone?
fucking Lord.
But regardless, like even if you were gonna get like the difference in price doesn't feel justified. Like even if like I was like, all right, I just want to get like a trim, it's probably still significantly more expensive than you guys getting a haircut. And like if you guys got a full haircut, that's a lot more like than a trim, right?
Just look at Speck.
I don't want to hear you fucking talk.
I didn't say a fucking word.
All right.
Jesus Christ. Let me breathe.
I don't know about that. But like,
I get
right,
it's
to get like a
probably-
fade and a shape up and all of that, and to get a full haircut for you guys, it's a little more work than it would be to just chop off an inch. Like I'm talking flat, no layers, no frill haircut trim for women.
It's
Unless I go to like a shape, like a Supercuts or something.
It's
Which
egregious.
Jesus fucking Christ, please don't ever do that.
Okay, when you go and you do like your full blown everything at a salon, how long are you there?
It depends on what you get done, but I'm usually there maybe like 2 hours.
Because the last time you were there that I remember, you were there for over 4 hours.
Yeah, because she spent the other 2.5 hours at Meek Mill's fucking VIP.
Oh
for real.
my fucking God. Let it go.
You know, she said something yesterday that was supposed to make me feel good and did not make me feel good at all.
Oh, here we go.
No, please just don't
She
say
said
that.
she said I was the cleanest and safest dude she's ever been with. I was like, you just fucking like immediately admitted that every dude just rawed you. Like I was like, sweet. And now we know how they got VIP next to Meek Mill. You let Meek Mill raw you.
No, I didn't. If I let Meek Mill raw me, I would not be afraid to tell the fucking world. Nobody rawed me to sit next, like to be in the booth next to Meek Mill. That wasn't a
Meek Mill
thing.
gave me syphilis. You should be ashamed.
That sounds like a you fucking problem.
Like,
I got a clean bill of health, sir.
you see how that just doesn't come out well though?
I realized that after the fact. Yes, after the fact, I agree. It doesn't sound great in my head before I
fucking great.
spit
It
it
took her
out.
5 minutes to realize that it
It's-
didn't sound good.
It was a compliment.
She was like, "What?"
I was proud of him, and it makes me feel good. It was a compliment in my brain before I let it out. So, and it
Yikes.
still should be like a compliment because men are fucking vile, and he's a good human. So
It's kind of a compliment, but it doesn't make you feel better.
No, definitely didn't make me feel better. That's for sure.
yeah.
This all started because I brought up that at one point when I moved to Florida, I bought a box of condoms. And that box
What
of
are
condoms
those?
is about halfway gone. And I haven't used a single one of them. Because Josh be fucking with a rubber all the time. And she decided to just air out her dirty laundry.
I'm also 29 with no kids.
Hell yeah.
What are those?
No, so another reason why Jeremy didn't want to put out the pod is because I also aired out the fact that while I was watching his kids, I let him fuck my wife. And he
I wanna
didn't
get
want
to the
people
bottom
knowing
of
that
this one.
either.
I got to get to the bottom of this one because now I'm just curious. What is your deep fascination with lying all day, every day now?
What are you talking about?
No, I'm genuinely curious. It's just like every single tweet, every single like that's what it revolves around. I'm curious what sparked it.
Honestly, I wish I knew, but that shit's fucking hilarious.
Because everyone on
crack
social
myself
media
up.
lies, and you might as well just take it one step
No,
further.
yeah, like
He said,
I
my
see.
real life is not interesting enough to make my viral tweets happen.
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
lies, on the other hand.
If I can make my fucking life interesting I just want to piss people. I'm really hoping that it comes across the right fucking Twitter feed to where I really piss somebody off with what I say. That's what I'm hoping for.
So you're aiming for cancellation.
I don't want to be canceled. I'm saying like, I want someone to be like, because I'm tweeting about how my son wants a Kyle Rittenhouse action figure for Christmas. I don't have a fucking son, but I want someone who's like one of them Kyle Rittenhouse backer people to reply and be like, you should fucking, I want them to get mad at me.
But you need to make a burner and you need to start tagging fucking
No, that's too easy.
Pages.
No, that's too easy. I want it to be natural, and I want people to read my tweets and go, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Social media isn't natural.
What it is it's just a ploy for attention. Regardless of its positive or negative attention. We just want attention.
Yeah.
Fair.
I mean, isn't that the fucking point of doing a podcast and having a Twitter? It's for attention.
I always want attention.
He's the most attention-seeking person I know.
That's true.
Yeah.
I tell him all the time he'll do things, and I'm like, stop doing that.
It's either
for
me or
attention.
him.
See, my thing is I don't want attention, but if I do get attention, I want to be the center of attention.
Well,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
it's kind of a
It's
fucking...
all or nothing.
that's my internal. Always extremes with me. So it's like everything is to an extreme. So like that's my internal like constant dilemma that I have. It's pretty cool. It's fun to live with.
I don't
it's
know.
fun to live
It's really
with.
cool telling people on Twitter that like I have a wife who hasn't cried in 8 years, so I'm gonna make her cry tonight on purpose.
That's so fucked.
Like,
Brittany's like, that's so fucked.
I don't know. It's fun. Gets the
fun.
people going.
Time to pull out the gin and get my yelling pants on.
Yeah.
Yelling pants.
Yeah. It's good times. Every time yeah.
The gin. That's the most fucked part of that was the gin. Like,
Put on the sweatpants with no pockets and you just start yelling.
yup.
Ew.
The fucking gray jerseys from Meyer.
Good Lord.
It's like a fucking Kevin Hart shit where he's
Yeah.
talking about his dad. He's like,
She took everything.
He's like, why are you wearing sweatpants with no pockets? He's like, what do I need pockets for? She took everything.
Fucking cannot.
Oh, man.
I like how Speck in real time just experienced like that moment when you're trying to tell a story and people keep talking and then you keep trying to tell it and then so eventually you just shut the fuck up.
Is that the first time you've noticed that? I've done it 3 times on this episode. That happens every week. Every week. Jamie says it to me all the time. She's like, I love how on this part, like you tried to say something and then everybody just kept talking louder and louder until you just stopped trying. It's every week.
That's one of those things that was on the list of things like normal ass fucking things that make people embarrassed.
So the reason that we do that is to make what you say more effective. You're welcome.
No, I give up.
No, you're welcome. We're doing it for you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is why I'm going to end my fucking life. This pod.
On the pod?
No, not on the pod. Probably just like the day before, so you guys have to cancel and miss another 3 weeks.
I wouldn't cancel.
Oh, you would?
We just prop you up.
You'll
on the-
cancel if you had too many beers the night before, bro.
That's true.
It's a good reason.
No, it's not. It makes it more fun.
Well, I mean,
Josh hungover on this pod is always the best thing to ever happen.
Yeah, and you still drunk.
Those are always the best.
Oh.
Because that shit was nuts.
That was a good one.
That was some next level shit.
Yeah, I tried to drink yesterday, and it didn't. I had 1 beer, and I was like, "Yeah, this is not for me."
Yeah, no.
So I wanted to dive into this one, but
Yeah, I only had 3 beers yesterday. I was pretty upset by that.
yeah, I had 1 beer and half of a shot, and I was just like, "Yep, nope." That was the first time I drank since last weekend, and yep, it
Life
just
is
wasn't
rough.
working. So
So I had this, like, I stumbled across this really interesting interview, and I forget the guy's name, but he's like,
Joe
he's a
Budden.
writer. And it's about how caffeine is the most powerful drug in the world.
Hell yeah, it is.
Facts. And I'm an addict.
So, like, if you, like, dig in, and I'm, like, a huge history buff, right? So, if you dig into the history of it, like the introduction of caffeine into Europe, like directly coincides with the Age of Enlightenment and the Age of Reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Directly. So
I've read
caffeine
about this.
came to Europe and England, like in the form of coffee and tea in like the mid 1600s, and came into France around the same time. So the Age of Enlightenment and the Age of Reason basically is those exact times. So what happened before caffeine was everyone was either drunk or buzzed almost all the time, basically, because it was safer. Because how you got diseases was water most of the time. Like it was safer to ferment things.
You hear that? Booze is safer than coffee.
No.
That's not what he said.
No. So when they introduced caffeine into the Western world, like Europe and eventually into America, is like how you make those drinks is how you boil water. So boiling water is actually safer than fermenting it. But so when they introduced these drinks into there, people were like, "Ooh, it's like warm drinks." That was the first time there was ever warm drinks in that world. And caffeine is obviously a stimulant, very strong one, very powerful one. And basically what it did is it transformed the way that the entire civilized world thought. Mm-hmm. So everything we have and everything we know as a society is basically due to caffeine.
That's so fucking cool.
Like,
and it's also the only reason I can get up and do anything every day.
It was super interesting. And the guy said he also said that he quit caffeine for 3 months and he was miserable. And he asked him why. I'm not going to say where it was because fuck them. But this interview, but he was asked like how long he was miserable for. He was like 3 months. Like the entire time, like,
yeah,
because he's a writer and he's like basically writing is the most linear thing you can do. It's like super focused, and he just felt like he had like this veil between him and reality the entire time. And then he said the first cup of coffee he had after 3 months without any caffeine, he said was the most psychedelic thing he's ever experienced. This is a guy who's tried just about everything, and he said it is the most psychedelic thing I've ever experienced. And I was like, I can see that.
Well,
No caffeine?
No caffeine at all for 3 months.
Today's December 5th.
So how do you...
I'm not drinking coffee. Or I'm not drinking.
I'm trying to think
having
of things
caffeine.
that like...
Are you going to do it? Really?
For
That
as
would
long
be
as
really
I possibly
cool.
can.
Starting
right now.
Because this will be super
do it.
interesting. I want you to come back on.
Like what all has caffeine in it before I...
Chocolate, coffee, tea,
Soda,
energy drinks,
I'd
soda.
rate,
just like candies, like not just chocolate?
Candies should be fine.
Okay.
But as long as it's not like a chocolate based
you're pretty much limited
So no
to
energy
like
drinks, no
water.
coffee,
No chocolate.
no chocolate. Like
Water and
Gatorade Zeros
juice.
don't have caffeine, right?
No.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
All right,
water
I'm
and
golden.
juice. You should be
No
fine.
soda at all. Like,
Oh, that's no problem for me.
yeah.
Yeah, I
what-
could never.
What were you
I'm
going
gonna
to say?
go as long as I can without caffeine.
Huh?
What were you going to say?
Kind of the same question. I was like, what are the things that
Yeah.
like you could subconsciously just accidentally get caffeine in your system for?
Chocolate is a weird one.
Yeah.
That, like you mentioned that's like people don't realize that some chocolate has caffeine in it.
All chocolate has caffeine in it to an extent.
Yeah.
Like, so it's obviously the darker, the more it is.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm
all even milk chocolate, it's basically mixed with milk to give it the lighter taste to it. But it's interesting. That was a super interesting interview. I was like, because I was thinking about the history of things, and like prior to the 1700s, 1800s, we were like super barbaric. Like there were public hangings and dragging people and pulling people to death. And like, it was like just a super barbaric, super like not, that's why they call it the Age of Reason. Like,
Yeah.
and it basically coincides to the introduction of caffeine into like the masses, like the lower middle class, poverty, because there was no middle class back then. So you had people who had means and people who didn't. And that was it. And the introduction of that into the lower classes basically corresponded directly with the Industrial Revolution as well. So it's like everything we know is due to caffeine because people weren't.
And I feel like it's one of those things where like how you mentioned it was like one of the most psychedelic experiences. Like if you could go back, right, and have your first cup of coffee or your first energy drink ever, like the first time you tried it, that fucking feeling you get. Like I remember when like a cup of coffee would rock my world.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was like it would send me to the fucking moon. Now it just kind of makes
It
me
still
not
kind
exhausted.
of does. Like
Yeah.
it stimulates your brain. Like, I mean, think about when you first wake up and how groggy you are, even after you take like a hot shower. It's like you're still not thinking like, okay, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. You're like, okay, I got to wake up and I got to just get around. Like you're doing the minimum to start your day. After you have that coffee or energy drink, you're like, okay, now what do I got to do?
Yeah, it like snaps you into gear. But like if I could go back to that, like that is the one thing that I have to say is you build a tolerance. I wish I could go back to when like I could have like a single cup of coffee and like feel like phenomenal and like off the charts amazing.
I have like kind of an experience with that. I didn't quit caffeine altogether, but I think I didn't have any caffeine maybe a week when COVID first hit. Because I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't going to go buy my energy drinks and do that. Like I'm a 2 energy drink a day guy.
See, I'm not fucking
and
not normal.
And
it's still not
No,
safe.
it's excessive and it puts strain on your heart. I get it. But I'm trying to have a heart attack at 65 anyway.
Yeah. I'm
so
just
like, like I don't want to live past then. But I kind of did that. And I would just have 1 cup of coffee in the morning and that's it. I didn't have anything extra. No caffeine, no chocolate. I'm not a huge chocolate guy anyway. Like I don't drink sodas like Coke or Pepsi or nothing like that. And
cool, bro.
He's your mascot.
So when I first had, I think I went probably 5 months without an energy drink during COVID because I didn't go anywhere. And the first one I had was like insane burst of energy.
Yeah.
Insane burst of mental, like, I think I went on and I did like 3 YouTube videos like in a day. Like it was nuts. So I would be interested to see like how that affects Speck when he like doesn't do anything for a month or so, or as long as you can. Or
you know what I would be super interested in, Joshua? So when we drove,
Here we go.
why do you have to make that face?
Something has to. It's coming to me.
Yeah.
What's up?
So when we drove to Michigan, he had like 4 or 5 hour energies on top of energy drinks, on top of, he took these like energy, like gas station, like fucking pills that you could take. I don't know what the fuck.
It was crack.
Stacker.
Like, yeah. And like, so like he probably had like 2,000 milligrams of caffeine like on the way to Michigan. Like it was like I was yelling at him. I was so upset because it makes me so nervous in general, the amount of caffeine he consumes. But I would be extremely interested to find like, if you stop drinking caffeine like 2 weeks before like a road trip and then only drank like coffees
Yeah.
and not high levels of caffeine, if you could like, if it would stimulate you enough to like.
It would if he were to stop at a time.
Yes, you would have to stop ahead of time. It wouldn't work just like continuing with the amount of caffeine you drink currently. But like I would be interested to see if you would need as much caffeine to stay awake for a long drive or if like less caffeine would be suitable. Because you had to consume a lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
Which I have no fucking idea how he didn't croak on the way there.
I wasn't even agitated.
Which is horrifying.
Caffeine.
My drive from Michigan to Florida when I moved down here, I think I drank like 5 or 6 5-hour energies on the drive.
Oh my God.
Bro. He like tried to give me one and I was like, nope.
I was like, I'm not going to get tired.
Yeah, you're right.
Like I started driving at like, what was it, like 4 or 5 a.m., got here at midnight, 1 a.m. Just fucking worked, didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I drank all that caffeine and I still slept. So,
which is fucking baffling to me. If I have like caffeine after like 4 p.m., I'm not sleeping. I'm gonna be up until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Which, like, knowing me, that's fucking late. What?
When's the last time you were up till 1 o'clock in the morning?
I don't drink caffeine past 3 or 4 p.m.
I don't know about that one.
When do I have caffeine?
Right now?
It's not past 3 or 4 p.m.
You asked when you had caffeine. I said
Jesus
right
fucking Christ.
It's fair.
No.
It is fair. And you asked a question, I answered it.
No, you're answering part of the question, being a dumbass.
You know where the coffee break originates?
No.
In the United States. So basically it was like during wartime, during like World War II. There's a company in Denver that makes ties. And all the men that were working there were at war. So they filled in with women. And the women would do these like super intricate, like amazing designs. But they couldn't sustain a full work day. And so they had like this meeting. And they said, how can we improve your efficiency for a full work day? And I said, well, give us a coffee break. And they said, okay. And overnight, it literally improved their efficiency.
I feel like that could also just be like we fucking won that mood changer type
For
thing.
sure. But but that's the thing about caffeine. It's also like a mood changing drug. Mm-hmm. So it's like one of those things like they were just like, no, give us a coffee break. So basically on the clock, they said, okay, you guys take this amount of time while you're getting paid, do this, and we'll take the risk. Because back then, that was unheard of.
Yeah.
Like, pretty cool. I just thought it was interesting. I'm a fucking
Just
nerd.
Jeremy out here dropping history facts.
Yup.
Dropping the knowledge.
Yup.
I also would like to bring up the fact that this is completely off topic. Don't laugh.
Every time you say, and also, I know that it's going to be completely off topic.
Yeah. So, nothing to do with that topic. Jeremy started a fantasy football league that I'll be in next year. And he's going to get washed. And I just wanted to say
What's your team name?
Right now, I think it's Miles Jack has AIDS.
No, it's Josh Allen has AIDS.
Is it Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Fuck. Are you sure?
Yep.
All I know is my team picture.
I like how you asked and you already knew the answer.
Oh, yeah, it is Josh Allen has AIDS. And my profile picture is Jeremy wearing a Tennessee Titans t-shirt.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm going to win that league. And I just wanted to put that out there right now.
I love how Jordan Hale fucking joins and immediately names his team Ron Mexico.
You should have named your team what I told you to.
What was that?
Sweaty Gapes.
Yeah, this fucking man calls me the other day. He was, yeah, so I'm going to do a fantasy football. Should I name it the Sweaty Crevices or what was the other one?
Clumpy She
Clumpy
Cheese.
She Cheese. I was like, neither.
Wait, are you going to do it, Josh?
Only if I can be the leaky tips.
I'm
can
pretty
do
sure
whatever
you
you
can do
want.
that.
Yeah, dude. Fucking people who don't know the story of Ron Mexico, Google it.
Hold on, I got to ask Scott what his fantasy football team names are because he's got some good ones. Also, he texted me after the pod last week. Was it last week? Either way, when I called him and he didn't answer. And he was like, no, bro. He's like, you started loving the Braves because you were a Gary Sheffield fan. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Fucking loved Gary
I
Sheffield.
do too. No, that league's gonna be nuts. But Ron Mexico is Michael Vick's alias. Yep. For people who don't know. So Michael Vick was alleged to give some chick herpes. And in the lawsuit, this is back before the dogfighting thing, so his name still meant something. And so in the lawsuit, they used an alias, and he chose his alias to be Ron Mexico.
What the fuck?
So Jordan named his team name Ron Mexico.
Fucking awesome name.
Hell yeah.
Fucking awesome name.
Yep. Settled out of court, so probably was true.
Fucking
pretty hard.
Zoinks.
You know what they say about herpes? It's the gift that keeps on giving, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, here comes Scott. The first one is Hunter Biden's crack pipe.
Okay.
Harley's pussy pounder. That's his girlfriend. Still coming in. He's still typing. And your mom's pussy pounder. So
Just the
yeah,
term
Scott's got
pussy
some good-
pounder is awesome.
Yeah. I have to assume his girlfriend's got to be in that league where that's his team name.
Probably.
That's fucking hilarious to me. Like, I hope that's like a family league. Like, that's his like mom, dad, brother, Harley.
Yeah.
He's Harley's pussy pounder. He also just
Fucking
texted me
real.
this morning and he said I'm built different. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, I beat COVID. And I was like, what? He's like, 2 days ago he texted me. He's like, I just tested positive for COVID. And I was like, are you vaxxed? He was like, no. And I was like, dumbass. And he just texted me. He's like, I beat COVID. And I was like, good job, dude. He was like, I haven't tested negative yet, but I don't feel any symptoms anymore. So, yeah, Scott's built different. Fucking
different.
Christ, man. So shout out to Harley's Pussy Pounder.
Unreal.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
So Michigan won the Big Ten championship yesterday.
They did. Here we go. So, can we talk about, I feel like, when's that coming out? Like 1 p.m.? Like 12:30 when the playoff bracket comes out?
Something like that.
It could go so many different ways and Josh doesn't realize it.
No,
He
it
thinks
could.
I'm crazy.
No, all I know.
I feel like Bama could be fucking 1.
Bama will be 1.
They will.
Georgia could be 2,
Roll
3,
Tide.
4, or fucking 5. Because
Georgia will
the college
be-
football playoff committee is fucking insane.
Georgia will be 3 because the college football committee does not want Georgia and Alabama to play again in the semis because they think it would draw a better crowd for a national championship.
Well, and that's bias. Like,
But I think they could do the opposite.
They'll
They could
do
put
that.
them
They'll
1
do
and
1
4
through.
just to run it right back.
I promise you they do them 1 and 3.
I mean, that's what 90% of the population says.
I think,
so.
and I am biased here. I think Michigan should be number 1, because the number 1 team lost and Michigan just won by 42 points or 39 points or something.
38.
So, well, didn't they score
39. 39.
Yeah, 39.
You're right.
So, and
Quick maths.
So I think
Not my strong
I
suit.
think that should be the case. I think anybody
It's fair.
who is in a similar situation, like if that were Michigan State, you'd want to be number 1.
Yeah. 100%.
But I don't think it'll happen. I think they'll go with Bama because they stroke off the fucking SEC as much as they can, even though Michigan had a much more difficult November. I mean, Bama was playing New Mexico State 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I kind of hope that's how it goes.
Which is why they're gonna.
But Cincinnati cannot be excluded.
No, Cincinnati.
They got to be.
There's no
left
way they
in.
kick Cincinnati out.
It's those
I
4
could
teams.
also see them kicking Georgia out on the fact of
Notre Dame's strength of schedule.
Notre
But they
Dame's strength
didn't-
of schedule.
They didn't play a championship game.
and Georgia's strength of schedule.
I would.
Both
I
won-
don't think they'll kick
Notre
Georgia
Dame
out.
has 1 loss, and it's to a college football playoff team.
It's true.
And their strength of schedule is way better than Georgia's because the SEC East is fucking terrible.
Yep.
So, like, so many different things could happen.
And in comparable games, Notre Dame beat Georgia Tech by more than Georgia did.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
it
think-
could.
But they
it-
won't do it.
No.
I hope there's some weird fuck up again.
I don't
'Cause it
want
seems
them.
like every year
I
something
honestly,
goes
I
wrong.
don't want them to see. I don't want to see Georgia kicked out based on. a
No, I
loss
don't
in a
either.
championship
I think
game.
Georgia and Bama are the 2 clear best teams in the country. And I think if they ran it back today, that game could be completely different.
I don't know. I think you got to throw Michigan in the hat.
Yeah.
You have to.
Here's
but
why. Here's why.
I could also
is
see a fucking 56-0
Michigan defends
Bama
the,
game.
defends the pass extremely well. They have good. They have really good lockdown corners. They got a great pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
I think they actually match up fairly well to Georgia. I don't know about Alabama though. Alabama's they're tough.
Yeah.
For sure.
But Cincinnati can't kick them out, man.
No way.
No, they're gonna get
Absolutely
blown
not.
out, but you can't kick them out. Like they deserve to be there.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck off, Brittany.
I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, I know. I came in. I was thinking about it last night. I was like, Brittany's gonna be on this pod. I cannot wait to talk about football because we have to because of the season.
Yeah. Makes me want to jump off a bridge sometimes, but it's fine.
Dude, just thinking about Monday
Roll
makes me want to
Tide.
jump off a bridge.
Yeah, she said roll.
Yeah,
Tide
she was saying
yesterday.
roll tide yesterday. She said Georgia is just racist.
And
I
then
said,
she told me that she was going to root for Iowa.
yeah, she did say that too.
Fighting words.
Yeah. Almost ended it right there.
Fighting words.
Thank God.
She also rooted against the
Be
Bucks
buried
for their
next to
Super
the
Bowl.
rabbit soon.
Yeah.
Backyard.
Fuck y'all.
Like,
Bun Bun is out there rested in
No, we're gonna
peace.
dig that motherfucker up and just put
You
you in
dig
his
at Bun
place.
Bun, I swear to God, I'm fighting all
We're
of you.
digging it up, bringing it in for Lobo to really finish it off, and we're
No.
gonna just put you in that little hole.
You're vile.
Lobo killed a rabbit, for those who don't know. We mentioned that last
Oh
week.
yeah,
Yeah.
Forgot.
It was extremely traumatizing for Brittany.
Yeah, I sobbed for about 45 minutes.
I laughed about
and
it.
I created a grave and I buried it, and now it has a tombstone and like little incense sticks out there where I did like a small little like goodbye ritual. Yeah, I had
They're
a moment.
overpopulated. Jesus.
It was small and cute, and I was so, oh my God, I heard him make his little last squeaks.
The next day, I dug him up and cut his foot off for good luck.
Fucking idiot. Again with the lying.
Go dig him up. Go see how many fucking feet he has.
Where's the foot?
Cut his foot off. I'm not
I'm telling you, you have my good luck.
Yeah, okay.
I have my fucking good luck.
I don't want your
Fucking wish woman.
diseased ass good luck.
No,
no
you're gonna,
sir.
No, you're going to play some fucking
You know what
magic
you should
witchcraft.
put on your Tinder profile? Pathological liar.
I don't even have a Tinder, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
right.
asexual.
Yeah.
My dick gets hard thinking about stoves.
I think that's what
Why do you think I
asexual
usually
means?
sit right there? Because it's a direct shot at that fucking stove. My dick's on 10 right now.
I mean, listen, man wants what he wants.
You know? I don't fuck my wife. I let people like Jeremy do it for me. I just like to look at the stove.
That's like that one lady who married a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, but
What?
way
That
less
was
cool.
definitely
You never heard
Britain,
about
wasn't
that?
it?
What?
Where was that? England? Sounds like some English shit.
No,
that sounds like some South Carolina
Hold on, I
shit.
Google. There was nobody's seen that.
There's that dude that fucked his car.
Yeah, that was
And then there was the one where the guy
Tailpipe?
like had relationships with all
He
his
would
blow
like
up
lay under the
toys.
car and like lick the bumper.
What?
It's fucking hot, bro.
Listen, I know we don't.
Y'all are really getting me. I'm about to bust.
Yeah, he would like lay under the car and like hold the bumper and just start like making out with it.
Linda Ducharme, a woman married a giant Ferris wheel called Baroost, has renewed her vows to the inanimate object, legally married the theme park ride last year in Florida.
Nah, that sounds right.
Of course.
Well, that was 2013, so she married the Ferris wheel in 2012.
Where at in Florida?
Probably Sarasota.
Let's see.
That's some central Florida shit right there. Or Panhandle, maybe.
Definitely Panhandle. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it's got Panama City written all over it.
That's big Pensacola vibes.
That shit is wild.
Can we talk about how stupid pajamas are?
Pajamas are fucking a necessity. They're amazing and they're everything that I ever want to be in.
Pajamas are
They're comfortable, Speck.
top notch.
Sleeping
notch.
naked's way more comfortable.
Is it?
Well, I got boxers. Dick out's weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
unless,
Can't do that.
Unless there's a stove present.
Unless there's like if I sleep in a kitchen floor, then yeah, I'll take my boxers off.
Okay.
How strange.
Dick on the kitchen tile, great.
That's so fucking vile.
What, dude?
No, sir.
You guys are.
I don't know.
You guys are the weird ones.
I think pajamas are the shit. If I could wear pajamas all the time, they're so fucking comfy.
I wear pajamas probably 4 days a week.
It's weird.
No, you don't.
What?
How often am I wearing pajama pants?
I think 85% of the time I see Josh, he's wearing pajamas.
He doesn't sleep in pajamas.
He's
I
either
don't
he's
sleep in
walking
them. I'm
in the
always
door from
wearing
work wearing
pajamas,
his
though.
work clothes, or he's wearing pajamas.
Yeah.
And he gets out of his work clothes and instantly
That's
puts
fair.
on pajamas.
He's got his little Naruto pajamas that he wears all the fucking time.
They're Dragon Ball Z.
He literally wore his
Whatever.
Bucks
I
pajamas
bought
on the
them for
pod
you.
like 3 weeks ago.
Fair point.
Did he?
Yeah.
Shit.
Vibes, bro.
Vibes.
I miss Edgar, man. Where's his fucking jumpsuits at? I
The
want
man
one.
showed up in a whole juicy sweatsuit last week.
He
Juicy sweatsuit.
juicy sweatsuit.
Bring back juicy sweatsuits 2022. That's mine.
I don't know. He made me take a picture of him wearing his sweatsuit so he could post it on Facebook. And I commented on his Facebook. I was like, yo, your merch is fire, kid, on the post.
Mm-hmm.
He liked it.
He liked it.
I really want one. I just want I want like the exact same colorway he has so I can see what he walks in the door wearing one day and instantly go put it on.
What you guys really should do is the next episode that Edgar's here, you guys should all dress up like Edgar and then all be Edgar for the pod and see what he does.
Dude, nobody would talk.
You can all just stare at the camera
Quick
for an
pause.
hour.
Scott texted back again. Mac Miller's plug was a front runner this year.
Swinks.
I think this is giving me PTSD from the fucking Juice WRLD conversation that I had to bleep out 59
Yeah, you bleeped
times.
I was
the
gonna say
whole
you
thing.
bleeped it out like
I
it
had
was
to.
terrible.
I had to.
See, this is just me
I
furthering on how Jeremy's
I'm
scared of
looking out-
cancel culture.
I'm looking out for you, not for anybody else, not for me.
I don't need no one to look out for me.
That was tough.
I'll fucking no, I won't. You guys see the comedian that got killed for joking about Young Dolph?
Wait, what?
Yeah, a comedian,
A comedian,
made a young Dolph
and it
joke.
wasn't even like a good joke. It was like a pretty shitty joke. But he said something about like it was a Memphis comedian made a joke about Young Dolph like 2 days after he fucking got killed,
They
and
murdered his ass.
he got killed.
Yep. Got his ass.
Zoinks.
Also, someone within like the same block of where the car that was used to kill him was found also got killed. So that definitely had ties. I think it was probably like one of the three people, and the two of them just didn't trust that third guy, so they popped his ass.
Yep.
So it was interesting
Memphis
because
go
with
hard.
the Young Dolph thing, like it was interesting because you guys know who Mark Martin is? Race car driver.
Steve Martin's dad. Oh,
No.
Yeah, Mark Martin. He's he's
Oh, yeah, number
NASCAR
2.
NASCAR driver number 6.
number 2.
Number 6.
And
Miller Lite.
no,
Who am I thinking of?
Rusty Wallace.
Yep, you're
Same
right.
era. Same
Yeah.
era.
Mark Martin was
I knew
Valvoline.
that. I
Mark
definitely
Martin
knew the
was
era.
Valvoline. So anyway, Mark Martin is a 50-some, almost 60-year-old NASCAR driver from Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Okay.
Yikes.
And he after Young Dolph died,
Oh,
he
God.
tweets out, he said, "So sad to hear about Dolph's death today. The man had a lot more great music in him."
Holy shit!
I was like, I didn't have Mark Martin pegged as
No.
a hip hop head at all. Like,
I could see
not
Mark
even
Martin-
a little bit.
I could see him tweeting like,
You tweet like an
That's where that
Eminem
gangster
or a
rap gets
Jay-Z.
Like I was
Nah.
like, yo, like
Dolph
what?
fan?
Like,
That is wild.
He's a
Hard.
Dolph fan. I was like, dude, that's
Dude.
actually pretty fucking cool.
I don't know.
Like,
With all this new Memphis been on fire lately, bro. All this stuff with Dolph happens. The fucking Grizzlies just absolutely destroyed the Thunder, biggest margin in NBA history.
That was embarrassing.
The 3-6 Mafia and
3-6 Mafia. Sorry.
fucking Bone Thugs versus Memphis on a heater.
Yep.
Did you see the fight
What?
at the verses?
No.
Bro,
busy
it was
off the hooch
Busy
again. That's for
stop.
damn sure.
Busy's like, stop. He's like, hey, I just want to say one thing. He keep on talking. He crazy, blah, blah. And Juicy grabs him. He's like, this motherfucker needs his pills. He forgot to take his pills. And then Busy like threw his fucking microphone at Juicy J's head. It was crazy. Like they started fighting on stage. He was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that, but I still stand on what I said.
Juicy J was my favorite album last year.
What?
Yep.
It's weird.
It was fire, is what it was. That whole album was fucking absolute heat.
Want to wrap this shit up?
Never.
I can say something nice about Speck and wrap it up.
I love that's honestly my favorite clip to ever come from this podcast.
What?
To wrap it up. When we were just trying to end the pod and then I went on a fucking weird tangent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Edgar was like, how many kids you got, man? 9? That's a lot of child support. Yeah. Good times.
What episode is this?
51.
243
it's 51 again. Yeah. Episode 51.
and a half.
Bye.
Bing bong. Fuck your life.